Today, I'll be the entrepreneur, and this is actually one of the projects I'm doing this year. Okay, this is Hong Kong. Hong Kong's education is actually one of the best in the world, supposedly. We have the best PISA. PISA is the global high school and primary schools scores, and then we're basically always on the top 3 in the numerics, the numbers, mathematics, and also in language, in English. But also Hong Kong students is having a lot of pressure. Just in the last 24 months, 82 students killed themselves. The system is very, very tough. So to get into UST, you need to beat this guy, do very well every year, to get very good scores before you actually get into it, and so on. So even though the education system have delivered some goods, most people are very, very trained to actually just study, and a lot of people, a lot of kids are actually forced to kill themselves, and that's a major problem because it's not just studying. You actually need to learn to be a good person. So when we do a research about 3 years ago, we were asking, what's your dream as a university student? So actually, interestingly enough, most Chinese people, most Hong Kong people, when they answer it, they say, I want to get married and then buy a house. But basically, there's no simple way because the houses are so expensive in Hong Kong. Most people are thinking, I want this, but I cannot do it. So it's very desperate. High school students, when we asked them what's their dream, they were saying, I want to get into UST. I want to get into university. So okay, when people get into UST, they only think about a dream that doesn't work. But in primary, the kids still have dreams. So look at it another way. It's actually our education system teach people to stop dreaming, because you basically just go one route, and then there's no other route. Then the route is it's a dead end because you won't be able to buy your house anyway. So that's why we start thinking of the whole process, and we create a very interesting project that brings entrepreneurship education to primary schools. This project is called Dream Starter. Basically, we actually look into what students should learn is in today's world, or to be able to actually be successful, or be able to actually deliver, get they want in today's world. These are things that we think that everybody should actually master in their life. Problem solving, learning to learn. There are new things that, let's say AI wasn't a big topic a few years ago, but now, or in 5 years, if you don't know AI, you actually might not be able to do a lot of things. Be happy learning. Think like an entrepreneur. I am possible instead of just thinking about impossible things. And leaving your comfort zone and actually looking and trying something completely new. Believing in yourself. All these are important skills that we think, and learning to have empathy. All these are important skills that we think that for future education need to deliver. We use the Kickstarter idea and using crowdsourcing model to actually allow people to actually talk about their projects, and then people can actually come and support. To me, it's very important. To me, as an entrepreneur, my work is actually how do we actually solve poverty? How do we actually teach our next generation to think the right thing, do the right thing? My dream is to look into this innovation and use it to actually change the system. And by allowing more and more kids to actually go through this process, think about this kid who built an EV. He has 6 years to actually go through all these different dreams. And by secondary one, he or any of them should be actually quite well trained to think of how to solve problems, learn things, ask why not, and think about impossible impossible things. So that's the angle how we see it, and hopefully we change the whole thing fundamentally from education system.